I'm not even gonna lie. When I found out about this story, this wasn't sent to me by any subscriber. It was actually tagged to me, I guess you could say, by a follower of mine, or maybe even a subscriber. Shout out to that individual, by the way. But I also have to give a shout out to someone who follows me on Twitter by the name well, their name is I'm Black and I Say So. That's a dope name, by the way, because they actually used my saying of I feel nothing as it pertains to this article that I'm bringing to you right now that was actually posted by Tariq Nasheed. Now, y'all may not know who this woman is in the picture, and to be honest, I didn't know who this woman was from a can of paint, considering she does look like a can of paint, or the inside of a can of paint. But then when I looked at her name and saw it, I said, her name, I feel like I've heard her name before. This is a woman by the name of Lauren Southern. Now, I don't know if that's her actual name, because I don't know anyone who has the last name Southern, but it could be, I don't know. But she is a far right wing leaning political activist, so you already know how she thinks and whatnot. And I believe she has a YouTube channel. I think I did see that somewhere, but I really don't know, nor do I really give a damn. But this is going to be a very comical video, but it's going to be a wake-up call to white women in America. But at this point, I think it's a bit too late for many of them. So she decided, this woman right here, Lauren Southern, decided that she was going to put up her particular views about certain things. And of course, much to the dismay of how many white men would feel about it. Well, she got a lot of backlash from what she said. So she basically said that many alt-right women are trying to fight for equality and acceptance in the alt-wrong movement. Okay, if that's how she feels. But of course, the alt-wrong men felt completely different. They have yet to understand that when they were given feminism, the feminist movement, listen, white men didn't even want to give them that. They just kind of say, you know what, y'all can have it. Because basically, in a nutshell, the reason why a lot of white women have the feminist movement now is because white men were tired of hearing their mouths. They ran their mouths too much. They were basically begging and nagging in order to be seen as equals or whatever. But now we see what the feminist movement has done and what it has become. And I'm sure there's a lot of white men kicking their own ass right now for allowing it to go this far. But whatever, that is really their problem. That's exactly why I don't see why a lot of black women line themselves up with them. Because as you can see, they don't have much going on for them, or what you see going on for them right now. It's not, let me put it this way. A lot of black people think that white people and other groups of people have it good as far as them being a unit. They're not cemented together as much as people would like to think. And back then, sure, it probably looked like they had it all together, but because of social media today, everything is out in the open. They are bad or as worse off as we are. They are not as equal as we think they are. It's just the fact that they have influence, mostly bad, over us and many others, which makes it seem like they are together as a cohesive unit, and they are not. So this woman by the name of Lauren Southern got on her channel or whatever she blogs with and decided to say, you know, we as alt-wrong women need to have some kind of equality within the movement. The men said, are you kidding me? No. So they basically she faced backlash as well as many other women. So now, as you can see, the alt-wrong movement has a gender war going on within their so-called movement. See what I mean when I say they're not as equal as people think? But you know what? To be honest, I'm not shocked nor am I surprised. Let me give you two examples. Remember earlier this year when the Salt Teen Queen decided to come out and say that she is a supporter of pro-choice, basically women having command over their bodies and saying if they want to have an abortion, they can. And they canned her over the blaze, and she basically had to do social media videos from her home until she landed over at Fox News. I'll give you an second example, and this one happened in August. Remember a young white woman by the name of Heather Heyer, who was hit and killed at an alt-wrong so-called rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. And now you really don't even hear about her. Even 45 kind of dismissed and brushed off her incident by saying it was violence or badness on both sides, yet they were the ones that killed someone at that rally and ran over a group of people, damn near killing them. But it was bad. It was violence on both sides. That was him trying to play damage control while sounding politically correct at the same time. He even brushed off her parents. He really didn't even offer true condolences to her family. So if Lauren Southern did not understand from those two examples that there really isn't any inequality in that group, I don't know what would make her think that her saying this would make it any better. We already knew it was white men running that alt-wrong group. I mean, every time they have some kind of event, they always have a white man right there out in the front and center, mostly Richard Spencer for the most part, doing these things and leading these rallies. I have yet to see a white woman lead one alt-wrong rally or event. Not that I would give a damn, but I mean, as far as the news goes, because they're going to put it out there, I have yet to see a white woman lead one. So basically, her saying this is almost like her going off code. How dare this white woman ask to have acceptance and equality in this bullshit ass movement? I guess we can tack this on with their form of oppression, right? So now they gonna probably want us to feel bad for them. I don't feel a damn thing for them. Just like with them heroin addicts, I don't feel a damn thing for them. I don't feel nothing for this movement, nor do I feel anything for this woman. This is exactly what they get. And you want to know what's so funny? Well over 50% of them voted for 45. Mr. Make America Great Again. He is the primary reason why a lot of these alt-wrong movements are in motion right now. I wonder why she hasn't reached out to him to make it, to talk to these alt-wrong people or the men of that group. Oh, I know. He's not going to do a damn thing for him. He's going to look at her and dust her off. Unless he can grab her by the pussy, he ain't going to do a damn thing for her. But you know what? Let me read this article because I am curious to see what it says. But I pretty much gave you the summary, but I'm curious what this article does have to say. It says, there's trouble brewing in the MAGA world, or Make America Great Again world, as prominent women in the alt-wrong are upset that white nationalists are being misogynistic towards them. Well, when you think of the word misogyny and misogynistic, white men are definitely at the top of that tier. Women in the alt-wrong are constantly harassed by low-level anonymous trolls trying to put us in our place, self-described ethno-nationalist Tara McCarthy wrote on Twitter Sunday, in a moment of revelation that was well known to basically anyone else. The ultimate goal seems to be to bully us off the internet. Women in the alt-wrong are constantly harassed by low-status anonymous trolls trying to put us in our place. Women of all ages who do or don't have children are harassed for various reasons. The ultimate goal seems to be bully us off the internet. Men in the alt-wrong are going to have to decide whether they will continue to passively, actively endorse this behavior or speak out against it. If you want more women speaking publicly about ethno-nationalism, I suggest you choose the latter. Guys, I'm not saying I can't take any trolling or harassment on the internet. Obviously I can. I probably had more of it than most of you will see in a lifetime, and I'm still here. Not going anywhere. I'm stating the above solely for my own personal benefit. Excuse me. The problem I'm stating here is not that there are trolls on the internet, but that people who proclaim to be on our side are trying to tear down women in our group. If you can't see why this is dysfunctional, I can't help you. And this is Tara McCarthy, by the way. This is the woman whose tweets I'm reading. By the end of the thread, McCarthy made it clear that these trolls are part of the alt-wrong. The problem I'm stating here is not that there are trolls on the internet, but that people who proclaim to be on our side are trying to tear down women in our group. Another self-described conservative woman also had a problem with her movement's underlying culture. In a video titled Why I'm Not Married, Lauren Southern, whose picture I just had up, responded to the backlash she received for pushing traditional family values and trying to tear down feminism. I knew that woman was a feminist. It just exuded from her, while not turning into a baby-making machine herself. See, this goes right back to what I said about Saltine Queen, when she said that she was pro-choice. The minute that a white woman says she does not want to have kids in this establishment right now, that white man, especially that conservative one, will look at her sideways and dump her. He will turn on your ass. Why? Because that white man knows that y'all have low birth rates and y'all cannot afford to stop being a quote unquote baby making machine. I am not trying to sell the idea that myself as a 22-year-old, 22. Hold on, let me go back. Does this look like someone who's 22 to you? This does not look like 22. This looks more like 42. Never mind. Let me keep going. I'm not trying to sell the idea that myself as an allegedly 22-year-old needs to be married right now for the sake of traditionalism and not being a degenerate, Southern said in a YouTube video. What is also just completely shocking to me is the utter lack of understanding of nuance. Southern said that women should be able to choose their own path and not be attacked for it, which sounds like what women have been shouting for a few decades now. While McCarthy would like to see racism without the sexism in the white supremacist movement, and Southern would appreciate if anti-feminist women were given the ability to choose for themselves what kind of life they want to lead, it's worth wondering if these women are liberal. After all, what kind of alt-wrong darling wants to promote some intersectionalism? Listen, this is their problem. This is more white on white fighting. This is people say it's a gender war amongst black people. As you can see right now, there is a gender war going on in the alt-wrong movement, and I love it. Let them tear each other to shreds, and we will just sit back and watch the sparks fly. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Be sure to check out the links in the description. Have your notifications turned on.